We are the Interact Club from Fisher, and we go to New York City over spring break to help with Habitat for Humanity, and we do a multitude of things.
It was just really cool to be around a group of people who were so passionate about helping others. And like Jim, the head of the Habitat in New Rochelle, was like so passionate about his job, and it was just like it rubbed off on all of us.
So we just did some different things throughout the week to help out with their community there.
Well, every day was something new. The first day I think we painted, right? Yeah, painted.
Oh yeah, I know you want it. Oh yeah, I know you want it.
So I thought it was really amazing when we came the first day into that church, and that lady taught us how to paint the whole church in basically 5 minutes, and we just did it, and at the end it was finished, and it was just really cool.
We helped clear out a house, and we helped clear it out so that they could use all the like the furniture and all the fixing parts of the house, like the cabinets and everything for Habitat.
One of the things that I find interesting about this trip is, and I saw it last year and this year, I'm friends with like these people, but you put us together in like a little apartment. It's a good time though, a little apartment, and it's just, I think it's really cool to see personal and human relationships like evolve, and they really did. Like we really become like a little unit, and I just find that so interesting.
When we are there at the apartment at night, we really got to know each other, and we just got to spend good time with each other. I mean, we get to see each other at school every day, but you don't really get to know them as people, and it was a good time.
Last year it was a lot more like meticulous and putting up siding, and this year it was a lot more manual labor and just brute work. So some of the work was pretty brutal, but it was fun.
We went to an old Quaker house where they needed us to move around rocks, and it was a lot tougher than it sounds. We got wheelbarrows and we had to load them up with rocks and move them around to the different parts to where they needed to be to bury them. And they got pretty heavy. We had several wheelbarrows. It was tough work, but I mean, at the end of the day, we were tired, but it was good.
One thing that I liked would probably be moving the rocks, which most people did not like, but it was cool to see the pile just to get lower and lower and lower as we worked on it, and it was also just funny to push the wheelbarrows around. and it made you feel like just strong and empowered.
Oh yeah, I know you want it.
Alright, so one day, Martin tells us we either go to paint or we go dig a hole for like a lot of hours. And I figured everyone wanted to do the painting, so I was just like, okay, I'll just go dig the hole, you know. It's not gonna be fun, but like, I'll do it. So we got there and we just got in this ditch, you know, digging around for a couple hours with Jill and Carter and Paulina and David, and it was actually a lot of fun. Like, it was really hard work, but I think that was my favorite day working. Like, it was just fun to like work hard with them, and I mean, we were covered in mud by the end of the day, but it was still really fun and rewarding, and someone had to do it, so.
My favorite work project that we did was working on the community gardens. I thought that was really cool that in a place that's so heavily populated with city life and things, they were able to kind of like take that area and make it kind of, I don't know, I would say kind of a sanctuary, like around where they can really focus on things. It doesn't have to be concrete all the time, and they're able to give people a little taste of what it's like to have a backyard and flowers.
Well, right now we just like painted some flowers over there, and Blair and Kylie are painting rain barrel on a lot of barrels, and Jill and Paulina and Michelle are putting screens on them, and we're trying to scrape some paint off so that we can paint. Don't you?
Right now.
Yep.
So we're working on the community gardens, and we are going to hang this flag from the fence so that people in the neighborhood can see it when they drive by and know that the community gardens are here, and that it's a place that Habitat kind of work to make the community better.
Another day, we painted a community learning center shelter. When we toured through Manhattan, I would say the coolest experience was going to the top of the Rockefeller Center. You like got a whole view of New York City from one spot, and I thought that was really cool. I'd never seen that before. The food places we always go to is always great. The Chinese and the cannolis, they're all, you get a taste of culture.
can't find what we need. We get a little restless from the search and get a little worn down in between. Like a bull chasing a matador, as a man left to his own schemes. But everybody needs someone beside, shining like a lighthouse from the sea. Brother, let me be your shelter, never leave you all alone. I can be the one you call when you're low. Brother, let me be your fortress, the night with the driving on. Be the one to light the way, bring it home.
I think it's just a really rewarding experience because I mean, it's totally changed my outlook on community service and the importance of it. I mean, I joined the Interact Club not that into community service, but I think when I went to New York for the first time, it was really when I realized how rewarding and important it could be.
This is my first time on the Interact trip, and it was a really good experience. I mean, just getting the opportunity to go out and help all the people that need help. I mean, when you're in our community, which is a little sheltered, you don't get to experience all the things you do in New York. You get to see things differently. And I really saw people and the way that they helped, it was pretty inspiring. I mean, they dedicate their entire lives to building houses, working hard like this, just for the benefit of others, not for themselves, but for something above them, and that's really inspiring to me, and it makes me feel like I need to do that here as well, to carry that on here, not just leave it there, but bring it back here to Lancaster and the surrounding communities and work to make it a better place as well.
It is probably one of the most impactful experiences that I've had. I even wrote my college essay on going last year because it's just being more giving of yourself and meeting new people and being in new environments and just really learning what it's like to be gracious with everything that you have.
Brother, let me be your shelter, never leave you all alone. I could be the one to call when you feel alone. Brother, let me be your fortress, when the night really darling on. Be the one to light the way, bring it home. Brother, let me be your shelter, never leave you all alone. I can be the one you call when you're home. Brother, let me be your fortress, when the night will.
This is a 5-year anniversary. I can't thank Fisher Catholic enough, the Rotary, and all of you for working so hard. You know, this is a real blessing to us every springtime, every Easter time to come out and to change New York 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time. We love you, Ohio, and Fisher Catholic and Rotary.